what I was talking about is you want to sit straight. That'll be the base. And what you want to do is lean forward with your body, put your arms straight, use your body weight to put the pressure on your blade, then pull and come back at the normal position.
How much of a twist are you putting in as opposed to just...
Depending on your stroker, because the stroker is showing how the crew have to paddle. So if he's staying straight, everybody will be straight. If he's leaning really forward, everybody will have to lean forward, because there's not really a good technique that you have to follow. You have to find the technique that will be fitting your crew. Everybody don't paddle the same, so I don't like to say that's the best way to paddle, that's how you need to paddle. I just want to teach you different way of paddling, and then you choose whatever fits you. So that'll be just the basic movement, just to let you know how you can use your body weight on it, just straight, because that'll be the basic. That you can add like more twisting and just staying straight, like what Shelva is doing right now. I don't paddle with them right now, but from the outside I can notice a little bit what they're doing right now. So it's more like twisting their body, so the upper arm is kind of bent, so they can put more pressure with the upper arm. And what they're trying to do is just pull, but really deep and really strong all the way back. That's why you see the lower arm is really straight. It's not bending like pulling like this. It's more like all the way up, all the way down and deep, and releasing really at the back.
Is this something they're just starting to do now, or I haven't noticed them doing
that's what they've been doing for the last 3 years now, since they're starting to win again.
So you think it works?
It works for them.
For them.
Yeah, but maybe it won't work for you guys, because
Yeah,
you don't have the same training. You don't do that much gym as they're doing. You don't train the same way, and you don't have the same body type, body weight. You need to find your own stroke. But basic movement, just lean forward, you twist a little bit, because if you're just doing this, you won't get that much power. So you want to be twisting, rotating, boom. So that'll be easy. It's just like leaning and twisting at the same time. Boom. Same on the other side.
How much pressure are you putting on your legs?
On the 6-man, what I like to do is put my legs on the side, so I'm stick on the boat. I'm not moving and bouncing. So I'm like part of the boat, and I can put more pressure. If my legs are losing, I won't really have pressure on my blade. So if I'm stick on the boat, quite easy.
Where do you sit usually with your crew?
Everywhere. Because since I started 6-man, I did all the sits, so I know how to paddle all the sits. I know how to steer, I know what the 5 have to do. But right now I'm steering, because I think that's the best place for me to be able to watch the crew and correct everything, because I know how to paddle which sit, every sit, and I know what to correct on small part like the 5. I'll be able to say, you need to stay a little bit more on the left for the armor, because every sit have their own job to do. So the sit 1 will be giving the rhythm, sit 2 will be following and do exactly the same as the number 1, and try to carry a little bit the sit 1. So that's why we always put the strongest guy in sit 2 and sit 4. Then the sit 3 and sit 4, that'll be the engine, so strong guy, like 2, 3, 4, to put your strong guy. So usually 3 and 4, they're the one that do the code on the canoe, so captain. Then sit 5, that'll be the steer's help. So he have to care for the armor, especially when you're surfing on that side and the waves are hitting your armor. So sometimes he will need to stay a lot on the left side, even if everybody change, because he have to put his body weight pressure on that side. And sometimes he will need to throw a little bit to have the steerer get into the wave and the angle he will choose. And this steerer is like when you're on the boat, he's got the control. He can say, oh, when he wants to push more or rest a little bit, because he can see everything from behind. He can see, oh, this guy may be a little bit tired. So,
I just meant you said 6 or 5 is the one that does this.
6.
Okay. So in your canoes, the way you brought up, 6 is doing a lot of the controlling of the canoe.
Yeah.
Because with our
Most of the top crew, that's what they're doing. Like Sheva, for example, EDT, before when they were winning, that was the same.
yeah,
Because he can see, like, the captain won't be able to see seat 5.
Sure.
If it's seat 3, he won't be able to see 4 and 5 and 6. But when you're 6, you see everything.
Yeah.
So if I see, seat 5 is a little bit tired. Okay, guys, let's rest a little bit, breathe. Stand a little bit higher, breathe, try to rest, drink water. And when he feels that the guy is alright, okay, we can go again. So you're not burning your engine, because what you have to notice is when you're on the canoe, you're 6 guy. If someone dies on the canoe and have to jump, you're gonna end at 5. That's something you don't want to be doing. So when someone is starting to get tired, just get him motivated and try to rest him. So like I say, leaning and twisting at the same time. Same catch, same pulling, same exit. Then on the exit, what I want you guys to be working on is, instead of carrying your paddle, use your body like twisting to bring it back in the front. Because most of the paddlers, they're just doing this and then carry. What I want you guys to work on is twisting your body and put it here, then pulling. And when I'm pulling, I'm twisting at the same time. Finishing here, straight. Just twisting again to get back. Instead of carrying. Because even when you carry your paddle, you'll be losing energy for nothing. So you just twist your body and it's easier to get back at the front.
Are you trying to get a very long reach, or are you just trying to come in?
Depending how much pressure you can put in on your stroke. Like if you feel like when you guys go on a long reach, you can put more power on your blade, that's perfect. If you feel like you need to stay a little bit more straight, stay a little bit more straight. You need to find what fits you guys, and then you go right. Do you have any question before we go on the water?
The position of the
The legs?
position of the shaft in relation to the hull. Should it be angled straight? So it should be straight. How close to the hull?
What you want to be aiming for is, my fingers need to be touching canoe. So that's how close you need to be.
So you're
The
deep.
more straight and close you be to the canoe, the more efficiency your stroke will be. If you're
Okay.
going out like this, power will just go out.
Yeah.
And that'll be a waste of energy.
Right.
So you want to be able to stay close to the water and pull straight.
So you want to be buried in like the flare of the blade,
yeah,
matching the flare of the
yeah,
canoe. Okay.
exactly. And when you're pulling on a 6-man, what you want to do is you want to go deep for sure and strong, but you don't want to put your power going down. You want your power to go straight because you want your canoe to go straight.
Right.
If you're putting your power down, what your canoe is going to do is just bouncing and losing speed for nothing.
Uh-huh.
So that's why you really need to go on the long when you start and control your power and your stroke. So you can just glide and go straight. And when you guys will get that, you'll be able to go on the powerful, strong, and still going straight.
So is the power, thinking of muscles, is the power coming from your bottom hand pulling back, top hand pushing down?
Actually from everywhere.
Well, I mean,
it's like
it's supposed to be from everywhere, but if you were
not really using that much your arm, you'll be using your body weight, your back,
Uh-huh.
your abs, your chest even, by pushing with your like I need to put pressure down, but I also need to pull forward and push at the same time with my back and my abs. It's more like, and my legs too, because I have to put pressure on my legs, like leg drive, pulling and pushing with my legs.
best, because we have to teach everybody to pull the same time,
Yeah.
the same power. What's the best way to do that, to practice that?
Like the best way, like what we teach the kids in Tahiti is just, like I was telling you guys, just straight, put the blade at the same time and pull, boom. When they get this, they can start leaning a little bit more forward, then start twisting, then they can start going on a higher rate. But you don't want to rush things. You want them to be able to paddle at the same time first, then try to work on something different, and add a little bit more, and a little bit more.
So to get the 6 paddlers to gel that are new, do you want them to be together more? Or?
You have to. And then what you can do, guys, is just change your seat so they get used to something else. And when they be able to paddle the same, whatever seat they go, that'll be easier for them. You can just chuck anybody there. That'll be easy.
Where are you exiting the stroke? And I know the Tahitians traditionally they come back further in the stroke.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, we come out, we don't go back quite so far.
Yeah, so it's been a time in Tahiti where, like years before, it used to be a long, then some of the crew starting to go on a higher rate, and now it's going down again on the rate. So most of the time it's just like pulling and go like back. But depending of the length of the paddle you got, if you have a really long paddle, you can go really long behind.
Are paddlers starting to go for longer paddlers now, or are they going for shorter paddle? Everybody does
Depending of the crew, some of the crew have like short paddles, some of the crew have like really long paddles, depending of how your paddle can handle the length. So the more your paddle will be long, it will be harder to pull too. And on the 2 hours, 3 hours races, it's gonna be hard to handle the paddle. So it's all about how you train, what kind of paddle you're using for your training, and what kind of material you'll be using for racing. It's all about what you do at the training. That's what you want to do during the race. You don't want to start something different that you're not doing at the training, because you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
So what you're doing on the training is work on something you'll be doing for the race, but just harder, because training has to be harder and race easy.
Yeah.
You don't want to do like easy training and hard race. Yeah. Good. Any questions? Let's go.